Take just a moment. Right, what I'm going to do is take you through some graphics to show you and help describe the impact as I see it to Riverview residents in this area and the immediate vicinity. Hopefully some of you recognise this. So here we've got the A2. As the proposals suggest, the M2 would be extended up through the middle here. It's the middle section of this road. The A2 effectively is on the outside as an outer road with what we think is concrete barriers in between. Strood over this way, Sean up here, Cobham over here. As current proposals are put forward, everyone from east of Gravesend, assuming they don't go down towards the A227, everyone from east of Gravesend would be having to come through all the convoluted roundabouts and joining the traffic off of this T-junction here over near Shoreham. So this is the junction where the LCC joins, the Lower Thames Crossing joins. This area here you'll see is roughly speaking where the current service station is at Cobham. Coming off of the M2 here, this is where you would come off of the M2 to get to East Gravesend. Coming off from the A2 would be back roughly where the current exit is from the A2, where you would come to Halfpence Lane. Coming off from the Lower Thames Crossing itself, you'd have all the traffic coming this way and joining at the very same roundabout as all of the traffic coming from Medway direction, London bound. And you've got all this traffic while it's going this way is also going to be meeting and navigating the roundabouts with the traffic trying to go that way. What this shows us here is force cutting, and that is that Highways England intend to build up embankment around the road. And what you'll see here, of course, this here is the topography. So the road comes down and the whole junction naturally sits in a divot, if you like, a lower, it's all lower ground here. And just to take a bit further along, so this is East Gravesend, Nell's Calf, roughly here, Valley Drive. If you're coming from East Gravesend, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, another roundabout here, and the T-junction. There's about 6 or 7 roundabouts, and then the T-junction to navigate, to be able to head on the A2. And that's like a tube map, if you will. This shows you, so as we were saying, coming from East Gravesend, Valley Drive, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 roundabouts, and then joining Brewers Road here. With all the traffic from Shoreham, Cobham, fighting you to go the other way, around the roundabouts. If you want to get to the Wainscott bypass, the actual exit from the A2, well, it's not an exit from the A2, you're still on the A2, but effectively you come off of the main carriageway, which becomes the M2, and it actually comes off roughly where the LCC junction is here, to be able to take the Wainscott bypass. What we will do is all the slides that we're sharing this evening, we'll make them available to you online as well. If you can see this is the junction, the Lower Thames Crossing facing the other way. So the river is over that way. The link road's coming down. Fong Lane is running here. So it gives you a sense, over here, Astra Drive. The top end of Fong Lane, all of that traffic coming from East Gravesend, wanting to come off, in theory, might decide to come down Fong Lane, the country road here.
Good luck.
So this isn't a single road. If you look at that, this is a whole network of roads all merging together right where our estate is here. This is the corner of Riverview Park right here. And the distance from the closest house to the road is approximately 50 metres. And it's not a single road, it's a whole network, all merging right here. The levels, the road level and the current ground level, or the proposed ground level, it's roughly 11 metres from the ground level to where the road will be at this point. And it gradually, as you can see here, has to sweep downwards towards the tunnel. What this one shows you is same area again. The green dots here, environmental mitigation, but what they're proposing is to put a woodland here. So all of where they were knocking down some of Clay Lane Woods, and where you saw the A2 and the M2 as a combined road split by a concrete wall. In between those at the moment, if you think when you're going eastbound or westbound, London or coastbound, in between the roads you've got all the trees and all the wildlife. That will all disappear. So part of their thinking is all of this here will replace it. Which, if we can get them to do that, that's not a bad idea.
You're joking.
In addition here, the purple dots, that represents environmental mitigation, which at the moment, it's anyone's guess what they intend to do there, but it would be nice if, again, we could perhaps get them to extend the woodland, the planting of trees around here. What they did say, we had a meeting with Highways England just last week, and they did say from the moment they are able to get onto the land and start construction, so from 2021 in theory, they will start planting trees then. It gives them the chance to mature by the time the road is ready. What we see here, they're going to have to divert the utilities. So we've got gas pipes and we've got the electric pylons are going to have to be diverted, and they're brought closer to our estate. The distance here again is not much further than around about 50 metres to the nearest house. Public rights of way, they're proposing to put a footbridge here, which is probably roughly level with the bottom end of where Cascades is. And where they've had to cut public rights of way, they've had to divert them because they're protected by law. And just to complete the picture, right there we have chalk. The tunnel portals are just south of the A226 Gravesend End Road. And when I've looked at the drawings, I think we were talking about it was roughly 20 metres from ground level to where the road level is at this point. I'm not sure on that yet. We'll try and answer that again for us, maybe. Coming back up just to show you the land use again. So this here was Clay Lane Ancient Woodland, which they're cutting through to be able to get the junctions in. When they had the proposals in 2016, this was a much tighter junction. So all of the land use they had here, it wasn't like this. It was a much tighter junction. But the problem at the time, they said, was that they couldn't get the 70 mile per hour in having a tight junction. So that's why it's blown up to this mess now that you see. So that just shows you the more complete picture for our side of the river. Of course, what you can't see here is the impact that you would have on the A227 going past Mepham, because the traffic's got to get here somehow. You've got the A2 where it comes from the M25, which at the moment is a single file roundabout to get from the M25 to the A2, supposing they want to use this as their network resilience, they call it. Of course, you've got Cuxton Road as well, single file most of the way, or Bluebell Hill. One of the things they are proposing to do is to make Fong Lane a green bridge, where it goes under Fong Lane, right next to Riverview Park, a green bridge. That's what I think of when I think of a green bridge. Perhaps you think of something like this. Well, their proposals, more of a hedge with a road with a hedge alongside. So our thinking is perhaps we might like to ask them to make that a bit wider. And if you live a bit further away, so you're not right near the pylons, you're not right near the roads, you're up here somewhere, there's no problem. That's the noise impact across our estate, and they've only measured up to 600 metres from the road. And what that means is the red is greater than 1 decibel. It could be 1.5 decibels, it could be 20 decibels. It's over 1 decibel. And that's more of the complete route for you. Here we have, this was the artist's drawing showing the proposed woodland. Bob Lane will take you through in a moment his thoughts on the consultation. I think this will be in there perhaps. If you think it's a great idea to put a woodland there, tell them. And I'd like to pass you to Bob Lane now to take you through the consultation. Thank you.
Thank you.